like all projects, they don't end the first day. We add stuff to it every time. I don't know how many of you guys do it, but every project we gotta find something else to go along. Welcome back to mid-10, y'all. What we did in the grain bin, or one in and one out, we working on the floor. So we was cleaning this bin out and we discovered a hole. Not only one hole, but also during the wintertime, something got under the floor and knocked the legs out. You can see a dip in the floor here. You see through the floor, you can see this one leg down there laying on its side. It's supposed to be standing up. So today we get to pull the floor out of the bin. We got to go from this side all the way to that side. Pull all the floor up, restand the legs. And when we got it out, we're going to retouch this spot up right back here, touch that paint up on it. We also have to fix the bullet holes again. Yeah, you see the bullet hole. You see this spot right here and that daylight spot up there. That is from, what, about 92, 93 maybe? This is like the Amish play guns. Yeah. You heard Jesse. This is back in the early 90s. My dad had an Amish helping him, and he was horsing around with a .22 rifle, shot a hole through the bin. And the shed that's just the other side of this bin. This is why we have this slightly rusty spot here. There's a old machinery shed just the other side of this bin. And this is the first bin my dad ever put up. It's an old Butler style bin. I don't know if any of y'all ever had a Butler, but yeah, early 80s he put it up. So it's a 7,000 bushel bin. It's a small bin, but it works. It's full of darn wasp this year. Wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest, wasp nest, and then wasp. All kind of wasp in here.
And just for you, Nelson, might be hard. We sprayed the fire out of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight them today.
So, Jesse done started taking the bolts loose around it on the skirt. We got to get the rest of the bolts out. Then we'll pull the skirt off. We'll fix the rusty, or I know that looks rusty, but that's just different coats of paint on the door. We got to pull all that. We'll repaint that. We got some new skirting, or actually we have some old skirting from the bins at our place. We had extra. We also have extra legs in case any legs down here are bad. And yeah, that's about it. So pitter patter, we're gonna get at her.
Hey, now. Yeah, walk through here. Let's see if there's a couple that the nut didn't come all the way off. Just shake it if there is, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's two. All right, I can hold it. Then move over two to your left or your right. One to your right. All right. Yeah, you're right. Up there. So it feels pretty good in here. I just felt like this.
So we're on like step 3. Step 1, clean the bin out. Step 2, spray all the bolts. Step 3, we took all the nuts off the skirt bolts. We got 3 bolts over at the door we're gonna have to cut. So we gotta go get a grinder and a cutoff wheel.
Yeah, ground paint.
We gotta get our ground marking paint so we can paint. We're gonna come all the way across and paint a couple of lines, straight lines. That we know how to line the floor back up. We'll do probably 1 or 2 lines on this side of the well and 1 or 2 lines on this side of the well. We'll need some rubber hammers to straighten the floor out. And
That's blocked.
yep, and we got to get grab a couple of brushes so we can touch our paint up over here. And a fan.
But it'll give us a fan on.
We'll need to, we got that small orange fan too.
That small orange fan. Just so when we put up paint out here, we'll blow the fumes out of here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll smoke it up.
And if you're wondering, this is cold front weekend, so it's about 71, 72-ish outside. It's actually really nice.
That's why we're doing it today.
We've been wanting to do it all summer, but we didn't want to die from heat stroke and decided to just bend. Yeah. Well, we do have that lid open. We haven't opened the top. We've opened the inspection hole.
It gets hotter, we'll open the top.
And if it gets too much hotter, yeah, like Jess said, we'll open the main fill hole at the top. But not too bad. So we just, we gotta go get some more stuff and we'll be back.
We're back from our first trip from the store. Well, actually second. First trip this morning, get some wash spray. So I'll start pulling up this skirt. Alex got the cover. We'll cut these 3 bolts out. Then we'll paint the floor and start pulling her up. That's all the skirt.
Do it?
That's all the skirt.
Alright.
So,
Need to set the bolts and stuff out.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. We don't need the bolts. Let's leave the tool bag and box here. So I'm thinking the line, running one back in the center, just set a small piece here so you catch that. The line.
Dig over, just paint right over the well.
Yeah, over well. And then a line over here. Maybe just two that we have orientation.
Yeah.
1, 1, 2, before we get orientation on back in. I'm thinking about running the line up to the wall on this one here.
Yeah.
And that one will get straight.
Just have these tools and stuff. Straight enough.
I think it's in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this piece right here.
Yeah, because your lip back here on it.
Yeah, we might have to back that,
I'll cut that.
or we can cut the head of it off.
You may well, yeah. Why is it wedging hard in it?
Yeah.
Once we get the first one, it won't be bad though.
Yeah, first one's always a pain about to get out.
Worst one to put back into it, last one.
Mm-hmm.
Just to explain what we did there, we basically drew lines before ground paint, 1, 1, and 2 instead of over here. This is so when we put the floor back in, we can kind of line it back up. It don't matter if the line's straight. Basically, you want to make sure when you see it back up, it touches. So we're not too worried about it. And Alex is coming through numbering their panels, so when we set them out, they'll go back in the same order, hopefully. We won't get them lost because we will move them around some. Happens every time we've done this, which is once. Ground color paint don't matter. We use blue because it's $3 cheaper. It don't matter. Mainly the ground paint. I've run it up on the wall too each time. That way I can start my spot off here. And we'll go through how these things seem to, it's locked together. If you haven't pulled a bend floor out, it's not that hard, it's just hot. It's just that's all it is, it's not that hard. It's just hot. It's kind of a Lincoln log locking together system. It kind of locks together like Lincoln log or something. But we'll get this first one pulled out here, which looks like it's got one set screw, well, one self tapper on a power wire from outside that we're going to pull out that may be holding it back. We'll get the first one pulled up, and the other ones will pull out easy. We'll pull them up and slide them outside. The good news is the best part of the floor is where it starts at, so we got to pull everything out. Yeah, like always. We're hoping not to pull everything out, but we got to pull everything out. We'll go. We'll do that though.
can't remember how to do this. Knees are getting sore.
Awesome.
Now I know how them working girls in Nashville feel.
You got a purple like that?
I don't know.
How about that?
Yeah. Oh, there's some big ass spiders in there.
Woo, some nice spiders in there. Maybe we should set a bug bomb off in here. Dang, you got colors that live in there so long.
Man, this did we dig out all the.
Let's get,
Get it back.
let's get it back to the look. Let's get a couple back to the look. Lay it by the door.
Yeah, just set it right there for right now.
So I remember I could rock it back this way.
Yeah.
You know how we did it?
I don't know. You pull most of it. I don't know.
It all came up with it going. So did we lean it back? No, we popped it back in there. We pried it out. We pried it out.
Right, that one, this rock.
Rocket took a hammer and tapped it in there just like it did. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what we did. Look, something like
Yeah, hold on. There.
uh-oh. Not a treasure.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, we changed the battery in there. Oh, before I forget about the treasure was a freaking milk jug, a little bitty milk carton. Probably had a rat up in there or something drug up. So what we've done so far, we have about 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches of grain dust. This bin's been here for since I was 2 or 3 years old. I'm 44, so 40 years worth of grain dust in here. So I got my respirator. I want to put it on here in a minute. We're pulling the legs apart. As we pull a section up here, we've numbered the sections. We pull the section up, we stack the legs together and number the legs. What section they go on?
That way we know how many legs are underneath each run of the floor.
Yeah, that way that way we know how many legs under each run of floor, because there was no pattern to them. That way we put it back where to go. It looks like what I've got under here, some of these legs ain't fell over, they've been scooted. So those two are too close together. So it looks like some of these legs got scooted.
I know one of my dogs got under here one time chasing a coon.
I thought it was a groundhog.
Well, that too, but one of my dogs.
That groundhog ate a little lead by accident, got lead poison, so that wasn't a problem anymore. But yeah, we had a dog chase up.
It was years ago.
Years
That's,
ago.
I was probably in high school then. That's been 20-some years.
It's been a while. So,
Well, she wouldn't come out. She got in there, come out, looked in there for a day, and then when she came out.
yeah. So that's where we're at, what we're going. We got 9 runs pulled off so far. There is 42 runs. 44 if you want to count these half sections here. So we got 42 runs.
I think we'll count halves.
Yeah, we'll count the halves.
40 pieces of flooring all the way across. But your well has splits. You got 1, 2, split 1, 2. These two are long.
Yeah, those two are whole, like I said, those two are split. So, looks like we're gonna have to get this floor out and want to dig this dust out from under it. Want to dig this dust up. That's messing up our legs. Want to dig this dust out. So it's gonna take a little longer than we thought, but like all projects, they don't end the first day. We add stuff to it every time. I don't know how many of you guys do it, but every project we got to find something else. So we'll get the floor up here a minute and go eat some lunch, and then we'll come back with tractor and loader and start shoveling stuff out. And what we're doing to get it apart, I don't know if you saw it a while ago, to get this floor apart, you can grab right here on the corner and pull it.
Say that.
We could, and it'll come up. You also can take a shop hammer, or a dead blow hammer or a rubber hammer, and hit that other piece and knock it loose.
You know, use rubber here.
Yeah, you want to use rubber hammer. Don't use a steel hammer. Dead blow's okay. Be careful. You don't want to dent the floor with rubber hammer and you knock it loose. So as we pull it up, we got our legs here, so I'll pick the legs up. Each leg here is laying here. And we're numbered. The other thing we've done, we've set a fan, a small air fan, outside the fan hole here in the bin. So we actually have air blowing in now. just to keep this dust blowing out, because it's just, again, it's grain dust. We'll get this dust cleaned out of it, it won't be as bad, but get this dust cleaned out, we'll go. So that's where we're at right now. What's going on? Looks like it ain't gonna be a day project. We're shooting for a 2-day now.
Did you bring a dry shirt today? You gotta bring a dry shirt, man. That way you can.
Well, we got the floor pulled out. Got the legs stacked up and numbered by what a row of flooring they come off of. We got a couple legs. We're going to replace are beat up pretty bad where they fell over. But we do have some spare legs when we built the last set of grain bins left over from that, so we'll replace those legs and we'll start putting it back together. Now to shovel all the garbage out of here. It's the fun part. I actually get him a respirator. We're about to start shoveling into his auger here, turn his auger on, as if we can pump this stuff out. See if that works. Hopefully it does. If not, we'll come up with another plan. So, start shoveling.
Got all, well, about 98% of the dirt picked up. Left in the well. Got our feet over here labeled. So we're going to paint this darker spot. It's got just a little bit of rust right here. So we're gonna throw a quick coat of paint on that. What we discovered is, like you see this little bit of light right there, and there's some light over there. The bottom lip is not sealed. So this bed was put up, we asked that like 81, I think, 80, 81. Back then they did. Nowadays they'll take sometimes foam, sometimes roof tar, and just, they'll get like a handful of tar and they'll smear that edge.
Okay, battery died a while ago when I was just talking, so finish discussion. We realized this bin has not been sealed on the bottom, water sealed. So we'll get it sealed. That's where the damp spots are from. We got our galvanized paint here mixed up. We'll start painting this spot here, as you see. Just brush on good and thick. Shouldn't take long. Get that done and we may call it a day. Just got back from Wally World a while ago. We got some tar. We're about to tar inside this bin this morning. Let it air out. The paint is dried, looks good this morning. We got the fan turned on right now. Actually scraping the edge, good. And we're getting ready to put the tar down. So that's the plan for today. Get tar put down, get a patch inside this bin, and get the legs done and see if we can start putting floor back in. I think we can. We'll give her a good shot anyway. So hold on, see what we can get done today. Now the question before we get started putting this tar down is, how much tar can we get on this? Want me to answer? It's all the tar. That's how much we get on this. All of it. Before I put my mask on, we'll show you what we're doing. Alex, we just got a pair of good deep rubber gloves, long ones. Grabbing a handful of tar and pushing it against the seam right there. So we're putting a good heavy coat on it. That's all we're doing. So it ain't that hard to do it. It ain't that much to it. It's just, she stinks a little bit. We got some respirators, so let's see what we can get done. Well, we're back for lunch. Got all the legs painted. We'll look at them. Got all the legs painted, still out here drying. So we're bringing it back into stacks. We got the first 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of flooring in. We'll start lining them up on my marks we got over here, see on the wall. We'll start snapping them together. First 2 or 3 are gonna be rough, because we have to remember how to snap them in a certain pattern to snap them together. It's not that bad, it actually goes together pretty smooth once you get it down. And we'll see what we can do. Main thing is, don't get hot and pass out. Well, hot in here today. Getting up at 80 today, you can tell it in the bucket feet. So we got the tar down here. We're gonna get some spray foam and spray on this here. You seal that gap up. We'll go on the outside, put tar around the outside of it. Keep water from running out that fan face there. But we got her good and tight in here now, so we should have water leakage issue around the bottom anymore. Now ready to start going back together. So what we did there, just so everybody knows, we got 2 pieces of flashing we put back on, just to keep that flooring from walking away from the wall right now. We'll take that flashing back off a little bit and get our seekers back on flashing so it works right with the auger. But right now we just want to hold against the wall. If you see, we'll pull up here. Actually, a skirt. So our skirt, we both took the skirt back on here, just hold this together. We've lined our lines back up, as you see here. So we know we're back in the same. We know we're back in the same spot we're before. And also, if you notice, our fan is not centered in the floor. That's why it's important when you got to do this to mark your wall. I marked it a couple times just to get it straight, because you don't want to recut the floor for your well. So that's what's critical to us, is getting back to the well and making sure our hole in our floor lines up with our well. But the first half a dozen pieces are what's the worst. Once you get that pattern there and get the floor sturdy, it goes pretty quick. We'll fight with the first 6 or 7 pieces, and then we'll be moving on. All right, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of flooring in, and once you get about 8 pieces of flooring out, it starts supporting itself. It's got enough weight to stand up on the feet in there. So our lines line up pretty good. They got a little bit of deviation out of them, but not nothing worse. So I got that one on. Got my legs set out in the correct spacing. We're about to set the legs on there. Then we'll put this sheet on. Then we'll set the legs out again and put another sheet. All right, we have almost half the floor put in. We got 2 more sheets, but I notice there's a small hole in my well. I can take it off and fix it. It's gonna do it tomorrow. What we're about to do is stack all the feet over here. Start with a 1, come back up to 20,
we're just getting our stuff out of the way. Right now we have all those feet sitting in the driveway. They need to move out of the way. And then, we'll work on this some more tomorrow. Hopefully finish up tomorrow. Probably won't. That's how things are going right now. But the good news is, the floors no longer fell down. I can get up there and walk around on it. It does fine. We managed to get all our holes patched up everywhere. We got a little bit of daylight right there, and a little bit of daylight up underneath the door still. Got those two things to finish up. Finish putting the floor in. Maybe get that done tomorrow afternoon. Who knows? But like always, the good Lord's willing, we'll catch you on the flip side. Till the next.